Welcome, people. Welcome. My name is Tim Black. Welcome back to the Tim Black Show. We're live on YouTube, X, and Facebook. Yeah. Who's out there? Who's out there on the interwebs, yo? What's up? Is the volume good? We good in the hood? Where we at? Checking my comments. I got my people holding us down as usual. The usual suspects of Buck Beauty and Mamba. Black Mamba in the house. Give it up. Okay. So, people, welcome back to the show. If you're new to the show, I'm Tim Black. I'm the host. This is a U.S. politics show. We also talk about breaking news and Black culture. All right. It's going to be important because tonight's going to be something, man. Tonight's title, Fire, Fury, and Feuds. Fire, Fury, Feuds. I love that, man. That's a great alliteration. LA blazes, Capitol clashes, and Zuckerberg's DEI fallout. Man. Tonight is one of those nights, man. The content I got prepared for tonight, I need you to get yourself something to drink. And, tea and coffee work. I got some green tea with some honey for myself. Whatever you partaketh of. No stipulations, no rules. Because tonight's show is going to be a barn burner, baby. Yeah, I'm going to tear the roof off, man. We about to be turned up in here tonight. Yep. Who is here? My people are here. Rose, Valerie. Oh, man. Tobias. Among friends. What is going on, Elizabeth? Josie. What's happening? Peach. Pachanda. Dubois. Yo. What's up, B. Cruz? What's happening, big dog? What's going on, man? How you doing, fam? Happy New Year to you, family. Yeah. It's going to be one of those nights. Trust no parties in the house. Yep. I'm telling you, folks, I got a feeling about tonight. Raven VTuber. Yeah, no doubt. VIPs all year. Buck's been a VIP all year. I mean, 2024. Saying all year this year don't count. It's too short. It's only been a week. 15 days. Goodness gracious. We're 2 weeks in. Trying to let this tea warm up. Cool down. It's warm enough. Let me take the lid off. All right, people. So, I've got great content prepared for tonight. Interesting topics, controversial. Look, I'm going to tell you right up front right now, guys. I'm going to keep it real with you. You might not agree with everything I'm going to say tonight. Yeah, that's possible. That's okay. I think a lot of you will agree. And if you do not agree, do not worry. I will have formed an argument that at least you could say, you know what, I don't agree with him, but at least he took time to think it out. I may not agree with him, but at least he didn't haphazardly throw out some crazy stuff. He actually thought this out. He has some things to back it up from his viewpoint. And really, folks, that's all you can ask for. In a country as big as ours, with as much diverse schools of thought, everybody coming with different, I'm telling you, fam, everybody got their own flavors. And depending on where you are in the country, what background you have, you may see things totally different. Let me put this lid back on for there to be an accident up in here. So, yeah. I'm going to try to do my best tonight to pivot back to the audience, get the audience involved, man, because I'm like, damn, Tim, you're doing these live streams. They do not, no matter how great I think the live stream is, it's like YouTube will not send this sucker out, right? You know what I'm saying? They won't. You know what I'm saying? I see other people got 5, 10,000. I'm like, I don't expect that, This is a political news show, by me. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am. Most people don't know who I am. That's fine. But I'm like, dang, if I could just get a couple thousand people to, because some of the topics that we talk about, I feel those are so important. That's what I don't think people get is like, it's not about you getting views. It's about your ideas getting out into the world. And if all you're doing is repeating talking points for mainstream media, who needs more of that? I mean, really. If you're going to be up here repeating Rachel Maddow and Joy Reid, it's the same old story. Like, what's different about that? Nothing. So the fact that what I'm going to say tonight, I don't think you're going to get this anywhere else. It's an important reason why becoming a member of the Tim Black Show is important. So go to patreon.com, Tim Sake Live, join us. Also pick up a mug, the Tim Black Legacy mug, Politics for the People mug. Go to timblackmug.com, timblackmug.com for that. Big shout out to the Tim Black Wolfpack members, man. Let me throw those members up on the screen. Tim Black, why do you do this? Because I saw other people do it and I thought, damn, that's a good idea. I'm sure they did not invent it. And it's a good idea. And I say, why not implement it? Because it's a good idea to show love to the people that show you love. Now, where are we starting tonight? Let's start with this. This is fun. Let's talk about a segment of a comedian that I like named Bill Burr. Okay, so we've been having conversations about the LA wildfires. In fact, the whole country's been talking about the wildfires. We have to talk about it. It's important to talk about. They're still happening. In fact, the weather that's in LA right now has put us on a slippery slope for more of this to happen. It's not out yet. You understand what I'm saying? People think because it left the news for the most part that it's over. No. I mean, it won't last as long as the Flint bad water lasts, which is like 5 years. And it's still going on, by the way. But it's going to last a while. It's going to continue to last. So while we've been talking about the wildfires, there have been people that have been saying, there's been a lot of theories. And I'm going to get to some of the theories in a minute because I'm not ashamed to talk about those theories because those theories are what people are talking about. And some of them I feel are more plausible than others, but all of them deserve to be heard. If you want a country that has free speech, people should be able to speak freely. So let's do this. So one of my favorite comedians, Bill Burr, he made some comments about people at home, he said, who are talking about the wildfires and coming up with their own theories and putting blame on certain folks. I'm going to see how much of this I can get away with because this is from the Jimmy Kimmel Show. That's who he was. But I got to talk about this. I got to have that conversation, folks. So here it is. Bill Burr talking about the wildfires. Now, look, guys, do me a favor. It's important, guys. Hit the like button on your screen. Let the algorithm know that you're watching the Tim Black Show. Share this live stream with a friend. Do that. That's important for the algorithm. It ain't for bragging rights. It's for the algorithm. All right, let's go to Bill Burr and Jimmy Kimmel.
Had to evacuate your home.
Yes, like most people I had to. I got lucky, the winds moved, but, the fire was coming and all that stuff. So I feel lucky.
Are you guys back in?
And I think everybody did a great job.
Yeah.
Unlike the internet,
Yeah, right. I know. It's right.
Oh, my God. All of these fire experts. Why didn't you just fly a helicopter into the ocean? And then just, I don't know, because there was 100-knot winds. You want to do that? You want to do that at night, you lunatic?
So Bill was pushing back on these people with these ideas of what could be done in order to, to mitigate, to put out, to somehow corral the fire. And he's saying these people don't know what they're talking about. Some of the ideas are not rooted in reality of physics. And Bill Burr happens to be a person that has flown helicopters. If you're a member or if you're a person that listens to his podcast, you'll know that he's been flying for the last decade, okay? He's got a podcast. He's been on his ground for like 15 years. And so he knows what he's talking about when he says, in those types of conditions, you can't be flying helicopters into the wind. So, okay, I hear you on that part. But that's not everything people have been saying. Some people heard him say that, and they automatically got upset. I don't get upset with someone shooting down an idea based on something they know about. He didn't say you can't have ideas. He didn't say don't think for yourself. He said, hey, this idea, a little loopy. It's like, hey, why don't we just go to Watts? Just go into the Crip area, dress as a blood, and say, hey, everybody, let's get along together. You know, let's just go do that instead, you know, and then pretend to pull out guns, but make it be your finger and say, psych, I'm just playing. We ain't gonna do this. Let's do some love. Let's just do that. You be like, what is wrong with you, Tim Black? Are you crazy? You don't be going nowhere blooding where they cripping or cripping where they blooding, wearing the wrong colors. What's wrong with you? See, you would say, Tim, okay, that's okay to say. It's good for them to call you out in that case. That's stupid. Well, if you're telling people that they need to fly a helicopter into 100-mile winds, that's as dumb as telling somebody to go in hostile territory wearing the wrong colors, trying to do pranks like these damn fools I see on TikTok. All right, let's keep going. Bill Burr.
How are you?
This was definitely mismanaged.
That's a big word we're hearing now.
Mismanaged, like some idiot on the internet knows how to manage the worst fire in LA, sitting there in his underwear. You know what? Looking at the footage on the internet, I have determined that this here was mismanaged.
You know about helicopters because I remember.
There it is. So people are talking about the mismanagement of the fire. Okay. Let's go forward a little further. I got to jump around, or I think the YouTube censors are going to come get me because I'm using a clip for ABC.
And I love how all the chatter out there is about bands of illegal immigrants and homeless people lighting fires. They light fires every day. They're living outside. They're cold. And this theory that some homeless guy without a car went from Altadena all the way to the Pacific Palisades, and then we have a hang glider. You know, and they're talking about looting, but CNN and Fox News are not going to bring up the insurance companies that are just going to keep everybody's premiums and still give themselves a bonus. Yeah. Yes. Free Luigi.
Okay, now this is the part, this is what I wanted to get to. I wanted to say this. Do I think Bill was spot on in some of his comedy here? Yeah, because he's a comedian. Yeah, we're not looking at this comedian to be Tim Black. He ain't supposed to be me. I'm supposed to be me. He ain't supposed to be a newscaster challenging the powers that be on news issues that impact our country. He can if he wants to, but his main job, his primary job, is to be funny. A lot of people saw the first clip, they jumped out the window, then I hear the second clip. So this is how I envision Bill. Bill is like a lot of people I used to have a lot of respect and love for. Not saying I don't respect him, but back when I had figured this whole game out, most people in this game are very compromised. Meaning, they'll do something, but they're going to follow it up by doing something also that is a little questionable. How could I say it? Bill, when he first made the first joke, he knew he was taking a hit at the people who have theories. If you listen to his podcast, he's a person that has theories. He offered that up as red meat, and then he went to another joke that hit the other side. Yeah, he made another joke that went at all the liberals. Let's be clear. Most of the people with the theories are on the right or conservative or independent. So he hit one, he threw a punch at them, clutched in, covered up, Then he threw another punch where he threw it to the left or he threw it to the liberals. When he brought up Luigi and he brought up United Healthcare. Okay? So I'm not going to sit here and fault him for what he did. I understand what he's doing. He's doing what I see a lot of people do. What they do is this in this game, in this media thing. They'll sell out to a certain extent. And what they try to do, because we got to remember, our system is so garbage. And it's so punitive. It'll punish you for being a truth teller. I should not have to tell you that. You should know the risk that anybody who tells the truth, that tries to tell the truth, that makes it their job to try to tell the truth, you should understand that they're closing themselves out to all types of opportunities. Opportunities are going to go away for them. Ways of making money is going to go away for them. Maybe some other doors might open, but there's no guarantee. People act like you tell the truth and you rock the boat and this door opens and all these people come out offering you opportunities because you're such a truth teller. Now, what usually happens is those people are afraid of you too because you're a truth teller. And since they figure they didn't put you on, you might start telling the truth about them too. See how it works? So I know there are people that tell you stuff, and I don't think they know what they're talking about. A lot of the critics, a lot of the people that say everyone's a sellout, everyone's not a sellout. Back to Bill Burr. What I'm saying about Bill Burr is this. He took one for the team, and then he gave one to the team. And in this horrific world, in this country full of payback, the big payback, that's about as much as you can ask for. I've had people that I respected. I sat here, I talked to them, and they told me straight up, Tim, you wouldn't do that and take the money? I was like, nah. They're like, really? I was like, no. They would, and they are, as best they can. Because money spends. I'm not naming names, but I'm giving you the game. Bill Burr, I disagree, man. Them homeless people that was lighting up shit in LA are angry and upset and just as pissed off as Luigi Mangione. And just as pissed off as people that support Luigi. I saw a homeless man light a tree on fire that caught on fire a truck in front of it on a suburban street. The Ring camera caught the whole thing. This was not a figment of my imagination. It was not nighttime. He was not trying to sleep. He was not trying to keep himself warm. He was just trying to burn shit up. So I don't know what Bill's been watching, but you know what? If we hold comedians to a higher standard than you hold newscasters, you're a fool. We can't get CNN and MSNBC to give us the truth. You can't get Fox News to give you the truth. But you expect a comedian to get it right? He's paid to make us laugh. Bill Burr, stick to making us laugh. Keep making us laugh. I don't hold it against you. But I gotta say, the theories about this is not just hyperbole. This is not just people throwing stuff against the wall. One of the things I can't stand about the corporate media folks is they try to act like anyone who criticizes the LA wildfires, the handling of it, is trying to say Mayor Karen Bass and Governor Gavin Newsom was supposed to stop the fires. And I don't think anybody is that delusional thinking a human being can stop wildfires by themselves. Nah, what type of Jedi mind trick is that? You know what I'm saying? No one thinks that. What people are upset about Bill Burr, what people are upset about is the response and the preparedness. These are things that are perfectly in one's control. The rent is coming at the end of the month. The mortgage is due at the first of the month. For you to get to day 29 and go, oops. Yeah, it's the 6th of the month And now the notice is on the door, and people are going, hey, why didn't you pay the bill? And you're going, huh? Well, they got a right to say, what's up? Because that was under your control. It's not your fault you live in an apartment building. It's not your fault you got a mortgage. That's the system. But your reaction to it, your preparedness for it, and now what are we going to do? What are we going to do about the mortgage being late? What are we going to do about getting ready to get evicted? Where's your plan? Your plan can't be point over there, blame Trump, and smile at press conferences like the Mad TV guy. Nah, Alfred E. Newman, Mad Magazine face is not going to get it. Y'all saw Current Bass, right? So that's my point. Now I want to make them really look bad. Yeah, now let's take it to the higher points, guys. Let's get to this. What if I told you that there are firemen coming out now saying, hey, it is Gavin Newsom's fault. It is Karen Bass's fault. It is the system's fault. The system be the system in Los Angeles. Why things are so bad. Why the fires, not that the fires started. No one's saying that Karen Bass is a magician. No one's saying that Gavin Newsom is a god. But because of the way that the fire department was unprepared for what happened. Here goes the clip about the unpreparedness.
Not long before deadly wildfires broke out in Los Angeles, firefighters were sounding the alarm about major staffing shortfalls inside the city's fire department. Our senior investigative correspondent, Kyung La, digging into the story for us. Kyung, a new CNN analysis backs up those concerns about staffing. Tell us more.
You know, we've heard sort of the back and forth about fire budgets involving the current mayor, but this is an issue that precedes this mayor. This is years in the making. The fire department has warned of dire consequences, saying that they need more money, they need more firefighters, and they warned of this as recently as last month. At that commission meeting, you said, it's dire, someone will die.
It's eerie listening to your words because that's what occurred. So let me just take a minute. Sorry.
Fire Captain Freddie Escobar,
You're not supposed to make me cry.
35-year veteran of the Los Angeles Fire Department, wishes he'd been wrong. And this had not happened. For years, the LAFD union president warned that a disaster like the Palisades fire could happen. And while the cataclysmic weather conditions were historic, Escobar also blamed something predictable that hurt the firefight: money.
This is a woefully understaffed fire department. We either going to have a fire department that's going to reflect 2025, or we're going to have a fire department that's going to reflect the 1960s.
A CNN analysis shows out of the 10 biggest cities in the nation, Los Angeles ranks 9th when it comes to the number of firefighters per resident. And it shows millions of dollars in rescue equipment is just sitting in a lot, unused, because the fire department can't afford to hire the mechanics to repair it. LA's fire chief said in a recent memo, the fire department's staffing levels were half the size of what they should be.
If we cut one position, if we close one station, if we close one resource, the residents of Los Angeles are going to pay the ultimate sacrifice, and someone will die.
Just last month, fire personnel packed an LA Fire Commission meeting, begging the city to rethink the budget.
These cuts came at exactly the wrong time, with calls for services at an all-time high and our firefighters at their breaking point.
Okay, this could keep going, but I'm saying, folks, how much more do you need to hear? Come on now. Because you know me, I had no problems calling out Karen Bass and Governor Newsom. No problems at all. I'm not saying the fire department itself doesn't have some ownership of this. It has to, okay? But nowhere near as much as the governor and the mayor. Who were they asking for funds from? Who controls the purse strings? This is how it is. Who controls the purse strings in the LA Fire Department? Who controls the purse strings for the state of California? Who controls the purse strings for the city of Los Angeles? See, we got people that want to defend other people and not care about all the people that are harmed by this. They've been having to do twice as much with half the staff. They are understaffed. Per capita, you look at the 10 largest states, they're ranked number 9 as having the least amount of firefighters per citizen. They are understaffed and they're underfunded. They got equipment sitting there that they can't service, so it can't be used because they couldn't get money to put the people in place, the mechanics, in order to work on it. What's the explanation for this? What's the problem? I looked at Karen Bass. I said, okay, Karen Bass has been there since 2022. Is that long enough to make an assessment and say, hey, maybe I should do something? Maybe we need to do something different? I don't know. But when she comes out and she does her explanation, is she speaking to the points that I'm bringing up, that this man was bringing up? I didn't hear her speak to those points. When Gavin Newsom's talking, he's saying a bunch of words, but half of them are false narratives and gaslighting. Talking about Trump, and we need to focus on helping people. We don't need to point fingers right now. Right now, we need to get the car out the ditch, and we need to focus on the things that are big ideas and focus on where we're trying to go. Because, believe me, this is my main focus. And anything else, I'm sorry, it's just losing the bigger picture of what matters, because the people matter, because the people of California are my first obligation. And as a party that's focused on doing what's focused, the primary objective is the primary objective. In other words, solid nonsense. Doing his best William Shatner, Captain Kirk routine. Doing his best Kamala Harris. Word salad. It's pathetic, y'all.
We are straining our department's resources beyond the brink, and we cannot continue on this path.
City Councilwoman Tracy Park was there, too.
There are large swaths of the city with no emergency response resources available.
Are we going to be having the same conversation next year and the year after?
We can't. We can't. I think that people are rightly upset, not only that this happened, but there is a sense that we as local leaders needed to do more for them. I feel like I let them down.
See?
And I've been screaming about it from the day I came in. And so I think there is an obligation of us to not let this be for nothing. I think this has to be the wake-up call.
Senior investigator.
You know what? It should be the wake-up call. It's an obligation. I think you have an obligation to rise to the occasion. But you can't even allow that to happen when all you got is a bunch of Democratic operatives trying to run interference and make up excuses. I saw a horrible TMZ video. Vivica Fox and that Cheryl something. Both Democrats. Democratic operatives. Defending Karen Bass like Karen Bass is the leader of the Black Cookout or something. They were vying for Cheryl Bass like Cheryl Bass, like she invented Juneteenth or something. Like she a down sister. As if that got something to do with her not doing good at this particular moment in this job and not having explanations. You know what? Throw people under the bus. At a time like this, you got to throw people under the bus if you got them to throw. What I mean is, don't carry water for anybody at this point. But we got these people that are defending the indefensible. This ain't about, to me, this ain't about defending Karen Bass. This is about fighting for the people. And this is about calling out nonsense. And every time there's something that happens, this repeats. Every time they're caught not doing what they're supposed to do, we got people that come out and defend them and run us off the block. They shout you down. They shame you down. Shame you down for your criticism. They say you're a Trump supporter or whatever. There's no responsibility, no accountability. All right, so I want to get back to the things that people have been saying. Give it up for that, guys. Give me some likes on that one. I think we should separate that part with this part. Okay? Can I get some likes on this show for us, please? As we move forward into the next segment, this is a continuation. It won't be long, but this is important. This part is important, guys. They call you a conspiracy theory when you have an idea, belief, or you got a hunch or a funny feeling that you're not being told the truth. Yeah, they call you a conspiracy theorist when you think, hey, there's more to what's going on than what they're telling me. And why would you have that feeling? Because probably you're right. Because our government lies so damn often. Do you realize 100 years ago, a bunch of white supremacists destroyed a town of black people, a thriving district of black people called Black Wall Street. They burnt it to the ground. They shot people who were unarmed. They killed women, men, and children for no damn reason other than they had some money and they wanted what those black people had. So the poor whites got together and they attacked the black people who had a little something. It took 100 years for the Department of Justice to even admit this was a hellish act. 100 years. And you want to tell me that people got a problem having conspiracy theories? You want to tell me you look down on people that doubt their government? The U.S. government waited until the last known survivor of the Tulsa massacre died for it to come out and say, yeah, we're going to officially say that what happened was wrong and they shouldn't have flew them planes. They flew helicopters and dropped bombs on U.S. soil way before Pearl Harbor. We did it. And it wasn't done by a bunch of black guys pissed off named Durrell. It wasn't done by a woman named Shaniqua who was getting a welfare check. It was done by some good old boys with the nod and wink and look and help of the police force in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I had a reverend on my show to talk about this. We talked about it 2 years ago. I've been on these points that I'm talking about for years. But that's okay. Your government finally decided to come clean and admit what happened was a heinous act that was militaristic, meaning we had armed services, we had National Guard, we had police working with hate groups to attack black people. And hundreds of them were slaughtered and their homes burned to the ground after they were ransacked. Back to my major point. The major point is we got people with conspiracy theories. And we got people that look down on people with conspiracy theories who think about, hey, I don't believe this doesn't sound right. And come up with narratives based on what they believe. I think America created these people. America created everybody who has a weird conspiracy, a kooky one, or a right on the money one. Because they're good ones, bad ones, and spot on ones. And you never know. What do you think people said about folks who believed America was doing experimentations on black men? Pretending to be treating them for something, instead infecting them with a disease just to see how long they'd live. That happened. It's called the Tuskegee experiment. That's when doctors went and injected syphilis into healthy black men and then watched them die slowly to see how long they could hang on, because they were thinking about using this. They were thinking about using it in war. They wanted to use this as a biochemical weapon. So they experimented on black folks. To this day, there are black people that don't go to the doctor. So they die of curable diseases because they were raised not to trust doctors. Based on what? A conspiracy theory? Or based on wisdom that's been passed down about how much you can't trust them? How you can't trust our government? Which brings me to all the conspiracy theories surrounding Los Angeles wildfires. Here goes some of the conspiracy theories. Well, I would like to call alternative facts. Directed energy weapons. DEWS. It's a theory that the fires were started using directed energy weapons, often described as laser beams or microwave technology from the sky. This theory suggests that the government or secretive agencies, your alphabet soup, used these weapons to intentionally cause destruction. Some proponents point to videos or images of alleged light in the sky, though these are often debunked as unrelated footage or misinterpretations. Number 2, arson for land grab for development. There's a belief that fires were deliberately set to clear land for new development, including for the Olympics or high-speed rail projects. Some have speculated that the destruction is a strategic move to buy land at lower prices or to push through urban planning projects like smart cities or 15-minute cities. Number 3, political motives. Various political figures have been accused of orchestrating or exasperating the fires for political gain or as a means of political sabotage. For instance, there is a circulated implicating California's Governor Gavin Newsom or other Democrats in mismanaging water resources or fire response to blame on political opponents. Number 4, eco-terrorism or climate change denial. Some conspiracy theorists argue that eco-terrorists might have set the fires to highlight climate change issues. Hey, you say there's no climate change? Look at this fire. Now what do you say? Although there's no credible evidence linking any such group to the wildfires, conversely, others use the fires to push the narratives denying climate change, suggesting instead these are man-made for other reasons. In number 5 on my list of the top 5 conspiracy theories about the LA fires, cover-up theories. There are claims that the fires were started to cover up other activities, destroying evidence related to high-profile individuals or events. For example, some unfounded theorists link the fires to individuals like Sean Diddy Combs, suggesting an attempt to destroy evidence of alleged wrongdoing. I'm sorry. And here goes a bonus. And in my opinion, one of the more credible theories. Insurance and financial gain. A theory suggests that individuals or entities with financial interests, possibly insurance companies or real estate investors, might have set the fires to benefit from the insurance claims or to purchase land at reduced prices after the disaster. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Blame. The These narratives pushed by some right-wing influencers and political figures that the fire's severity was due to diversity policies affecting the effectiveness. Oh, damn. So I guess this is separate. I'm sorry. So insurance and financial gain is one. Let me do that again. I guess I got two bonuses. Bonus number one, insurance and financial gain. A theory suggests that individuals or entities with financial interests, possibly insurance companies or real estate companies, might have set the fires to benefit from insurance claims or to purchase land and reduce prices after the disaster. And my final bonus entry for the conspiratorial claims or theories about the LA wildfires is diversity, equity, and inclusion, blame. There's a narrative pushed by some right-wing influencers and political figures that the fire severity was due to diversity policies. These diversity policies, they say, affected the effectiveness of the Los Angeles Fire Department. This includes Mace's claims that DEI initiatives have led to less competent firefighting efforts. Some of those, I think, have potentiality of being more right than others. For the record, I know it's a pretty good talking point, and I probably could pick up some conservative viewers if I went with the DEI caused the ineffectiveness. But I don't think that's what it was. Yeah, I mean, I heard the fire chief say, the woman fire chief said that she cannot pick up a man and carry him out of a fire or something. I heard that. But I don't think it was any one individual firefighter or lack of that fire or a lack of males that created this problem. I think it's a lack of male. When I say male, I don't mean men, I mean money. I mean a lack of allocation of resources. That's what I believe it was. You can believe what you want to believe, but I don't think it's true. Now, I think the idea that insurance, I'm always looking at insurance companies sideways because I know the history of insurance companies. And when I look at the political motives, yeah, I'm always looking at politics because politics is such a big business. Those things stick out to me as reasons or probable theories that I feel a little bit more credible than the others. But hey, a theory is a theory. Check this out, guys. I don't think that anybody should be shunned for believing in a theory or talking about a theory. We should be able to discuss these things. America has given everybody, all of us, an ample reason to believe in theories, to believe a different narrative. Just the secrecy alone, the bogus reporting alone, how things come out years later that are exactly what theorists said they were. Now, only finally people are admitting those things. So yeah, they call it theory. One man's theory is another man's truth. That's how I look at it. What do you think about these theories? Any of these theories make sense to you? Do any of these theories ring true? Do you think they have more to them? Or do you think they're all bogus? Leave it in the comment section below. I'm not done covering this story. This fire is not done. The rebuilding process will probably take years. And by the way, we never finished rebuilding in Hawaii. It would have took only $5 billion to rebuild Hawaii. And instead, we sent $6 billion to Ukraine. I mean, we spent more than that. But I'm just saying at one time. Maui was not a priority of the United States. Let's see if California is. We know Puerto Rico wasn't. We know damn well Haiti wasn't getting it. So let's see what happens. All right, guys, hit the like button for that segment, guys. We're going to the next one. Give it up for my people out there watching the show. Thank you for supporting independent media. Man, I'm telling you. Decisions, decisions, decisions. How we doing, people? Who's in the house? Who's in the house? Mama's in the house. Thank you, Mama, for the super sticker, Mama, for supporting the show. Let's see what we got here. Jetty Informing. What's up, Jay? Let's see, fam. Let's see. This is good. Okay, I know what we'll go to. We'll go to this. Let me get a couple things off the screen here as we move to the next segment. Remember, if you want to become a member of the show, go to Tim Black. You can go to Tim Black TV. I got a link that takes you everywhere. TimBlackTV.com is my website. Go to Patreon/Tim's Take Live for the membership site. Let's go ahead and go to your boy. Let's go to your guy, Joe Biden. Okay, so Joe Biden announced that after 16 months, there's a ceasefire. Allegedly. I don't even know if it's true. Allegedly, there's a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. It only took 16 months. And we all know the conflict between the two has been going on for what, almost 100 years? Maybe more? Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say Hamas, but conflict in the Middle East has been going on a lot longer than that. But okay, fine. You want to do a delineation? You want to say it started 16 months ago? Fine, let's do that. 16 months in, here goes Joe Biden making a conversation, holding a press conference, during which he states, hey, we got it done.
Secretary of State, let's listen.
Good afternoon. It's a very good afternoon, because at long last, I can announce a ceasefire and a hostage deal has been reached between Israel and Hamas.
Yeah. When I first heard this, man, I'm going to tell you, my reaction was, yeah. Just in time to take credit for something. Just in time to take a bow in order to try to knock Trump out of the way of taking any type of credit. Just a way for Joe Biden to say, look what I did. Meanwhile, he's had an opportunity to do this for 16 months. I don't mean no harm, but if you could have got it done today, a week before you leave office, maybe you should have tried to get it done, I don't know, 12 months ago and saved, I don't know, a couple 100,000 lives. I mean, I'm just saying. It's possible, right? I mean, if you could get it done now, why come you can't get it done when we could have saved, I don't know, all those babies, all those schools? There was no incentive. There was no incentive, folks. The incentive is to stop the Republicans from getting a victory lap. Yeah, that's more important than lives, particularly Palestinian lives. Joe Biden's not concerned about that. I know some people that think he was, that think he is. Maybe even some of you would go so far as to say, I would have done the same thing. But Tim Black, you don't know. You don't know why Biden did it. You don't know. He could have been trying the whole time. Really? You might even think, hey, Joe Biden is above that type of thing. He ain't petty like that, Tim Black. See, you're petty, Tim Black. You're the petty one, Tim Black. That's why you think this way. You're projecting onto Biden what's inside of you. Biden's not like you. Biden's not petty. He's a saint. He's kissed by an angel. He would never be thinking about political points over lives. He would never be trying to be so petty as to do this just to get credit when he could have done it before. I'd like to say, damn, I didn't know you thought so low of me. Well, bam! Here go my receipt.
Mr. President, you or Trump?
Thank you.
Books credit for this, Mr. President, you or Trump?
Is that a joke? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Books credit for this, Mr. President, you or Trump?
Is that a joke? Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, Joe. He's such a petty, arrogant old bastard that he could not help himself. He had to take the bow. He's such a petty, arrogant bastard that he could have walked off. He didn't have to turn around and respond to that comment at all about who should get the credit, you or Trump. He could have left that floating in the air as beneath him. Oh, he could have turned around, real presidential like. I mean, if he gave a damn, he could have been like, yo, hold on a second. Are you suggesting this was done for bragging rights? Ma'am, I'm the president of the United States, and I'm a patriot, and all lives matter. And I did what we did. We've been trying to get this done for those children, and I would have got it done 16 months earlier if I could have. And I'm insulted that you would project or suggest that any of this has anything to do with bragging rights. Damn it, we're Americans. We should be better than that. You're lucky you still got a job. Then he turned around, fired Kamala on the spot, told his Secretary of State to grab her key fob. But see, he wouldn't do that. Why? Because he's not that guy. Nah, he ain't that guy. He's a petty, arrogant piece of garbage, and you owe me an apology. That's right, you sitting there with your snug ass telling me I'm the one that's petty. I'm just partisan. I'm a Trumper. No, your president's garbage. And he did win a victory lap, and that's why he said, is that a joke? And walked off like he just won a breakdance battle. See, that's one of the problems we got. We got people that believe in fairy tales. They believe in shit like Joe Biden. What else do you believe in? Tooth Fairy? Santa Claus? DEI? Probably do, don't you? All lives matter? What other dumb shit do you believe in? Trump gonna save us. Listen, I got something for you. The Hamas-Israel conflict has only been paused. There's been no resolution to them living together. That'll probably never happen. If you live to be 300, you probably will never see an end of the drama in Israel or in Palestine. Never see it. I don't think it's something anybody really wants to solve. I mean, now if it means the Israel or the Jewish people have to leave, or actually treat Palestinians as human beings, any of that. So I don't know if that's ever going to get solved. This is not a solving of the hostilities that brought us to this point. This is just a ceasefire saying, hey, we should stop shooting each other. You know what I'm saying? And since really we ain't shooting us, or we are not shooting each other, this is basically a slaughter. Understand? A slaughter. Some people call it a genocide because it's so one-sided. Like 100 people dying on one side for every one on the other. For every one person in Israel, 100 Palestinians have died. If you call that a war, that ain't a war, baby. That ain't a war. And most of those are children. Anyway, let's be clear. You say that Biden's not petty enough to make this about bragging rights to stop Trump. You a damn fool. But here goes CNN with a clip on this. that I think pretty much sums it up. I've had my disagreements with this guy, but on this, let's see if he's on point or not. Let's hear it out.
I think that all sides agree that Trump's hand in this has made a difference, one way or another.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with Trump. He's been perfectly clear. He has not vacillated about his message that if they don't send our people back, there's going to be hell to pay. And thank God he has been on that message and he has not wavered from it. He's not stepped back from it. And I don't really care, candidly, who the president is when all this happens. I just want him back. I mean, I've worn this yellow ribbon out here every night for over a year because I think there's so many families who are just devastated. They're hurting. They don't know what the situation is. And we need this to come to an end. There are Americans involved here. Look, I think we're going to end up paying a very heavy price in this deal. I'm sure some terrorists are probably going to wind up being let out of jails. I don't particularly like that. But to settle this, to get peace and to get our people back, I think it took Trump winning the election and being clear-eyed about it to make it happen.
Scott,
if you were Iran or any terrorist with any level of responsibility.
I want to stop right there. I just want to say, that's wild that we're getting agreement here on CNN about the impact of Trump. Joe Biden doesn't want to give that credit. The Democratic elites don't want to give that credit. In fact, I'm going to give some credit to Abby Phillip for allowing that to air and for her to have this recognition that, yeah, I think Trump has something to do with this. Because Trump, and it's not because, and if you look, if it's because you are like a supporter of Palestinians, you think, hey, I'm a human rights advocate and I want lives to be saved over there, that wasn't Trump's idea. Trump's thing is, bring our people home or I'll blow up everything. I'm going to kill everybody over there. I ain't playing with you. Cancel every holiday you celebrate. If you don't get with the program, because if you don't let them go by the time I get in, oh, Lord. Uh-oh. They like come and they want to go home. You don't want to see what's going to happen. Until I get in there. Woo! Sometimes that works. The saber rattling. Okay? Joe Biden wasn't doing no goddamn saber rattling. Okay? What was he doing? And sleeping. And that's not working. It's not working. I'm not saying I'm not saying that Trump was exemplary in this, but what I'm saying was it was effective. That's all I'm saying. There's effective, and then there's feckless. Effective and feckless. He may be effectively wrong, but he's effective. He may be boneheaded, but it was effective. The directive was effective. And me speaking as a person that simply wants people to stop getting, I'm tired of hearing, you know what it is for me, and I have to say this. I'm going to say this. Yeah, I don't much agree with the IDF. I can't stand the idea of that. You know my opinions on the politics. I hope you know that I'm not for all this money that gets dumped into these races by AIPAC, and I'm not on that. And the ADL stuff, I'm a staunch critic, right? But I'll say this. I'm tired of scrolling in my feed on X and seeing babies torn apart. Now, whether I agree with Donald Trump's politics or not, I'd like to not see that anymore. And more than that, I would like to know that stopped. Okay? I wish Trump could go say a word about Congo. Let's end that shit. Okay? Whether it's on the side of the politics you want or not, what I'm talking about is the effectiveness. That's all I'm talking about. So don't take my words out of context. All I'm saying is I want the war to stop, if you want to call it a war. I want the slaughter to stop. Okay? I want to see whatever's happening in Congo. I want to see that brought to an end. I don't think I can stomach much more of that. And I'm not even there. Just to know, it hurts my heart just to know the type of torturous activity that is going on in Congo, the torturous activity that's going on in to Palestinians. I'm glad it's coming to an end. So whether you want lukewarm Joe Biden, ride the fence Kamala, get nothing done for almost 2 years or a year and a half, or you got Trump coming in talking big shit and getting it done for even touchdown. Yeah, Biden can go ahead and walk off like he laid down his pimp hand. He can do that. He can moonwalk backwards like he just busted a fresh move. Like he just dropped a K-Solo bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like he just dropped a diss track like Kendrick Lamar on Drake. Don't matter, because the truth is the truth. This didn't get done because old man Biden put his foot down. He put his foot down, he probably fell down. This got done because Trump ran through the house like a bull in a china shop and was threatening to knock everything over. And that's why the shit got done. Now let's see it really get done. Let's see what happens. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I told you tonight, you're going to agree or disagree. It's going to be something. Ain't no riding the fence tonight. We going all the way in, and we going all the way up. People that watch the Tim Black Show ain't here for people that play it safe and walk the line. Oh no, I may lose a couple people. All that corny shit. Go see David Pakman and the other cornies, neoliberals. Go see the lames. Go see Jesse Waters and Raisin Waters or Russian Waters, whatever that black guy is. Go watch them. I mean, he's good people. I'm sure they're nice people. Swell guys. Go watch Sam Cedarhead. Go listen to Roland Martin's voice hit up 3 octaves. I don't want to up. Stupid shit. Go watch that. But here, you're going to get some sound, kick in the stomach commentary. That's what we do here. We're blunt, we're honest. And that's why I say the Tim Black Show is the type of politics black people deserve. All right. So let me know in the comment section what y'all think, y'all. Hit the like button if you thought that made any sense. Hit the like button if you think it makes no sense. Next. Being as though I'm a person who loves controversy, got no problem with it. I think it's good for the soul. People not being able to straddle the fence. People not being able to play both sides. Never liked cowards. Don't suffer fools. Representative Crockett and Nancy Mace, Representative Nancy Mace, they got into it. It was a big splash. Let's watch a little clip about it, and we're going to get into what caused the drama. But before we do that, hit the like button. If you're on Facebook, or if you're on X, I need you to come over to YouTube and hit the like button. I'm serious. Come over to YouTube and hit the like button, please. You ain't got to physically drive in your car. Gas is expensive. All you got to do is open another app and hit like. Things are about to be punishing. Tonight's featured story. Tonight, my featured story is Representative Crockett versus Representative Mace in an altercation that took place on the House floor at the House Oversight Committee hearing. You want to hear about it? Here you go.
I am no child. Do not call me.
Whoa.
So that people will feel threatened, and somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying, clear how many civil rights, it doesn't just boil down to one conversation, but I can see that somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to tell me whether or not.
Do not call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those
I am 47 years
emails
old. I have broken
actually
more
have.
glass ceilings than you
Chairman,
ever
I
will.
am reclaiming my
Let's go.
time.
You will not do that. I
Order.
am not a child.
I am reclaiming my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not in order.
Order.
Point of order. Point of order.
Order. Chair recognizes Ms. Crockett.
No, point of order, Mr. Chairman.
State your point.
Is it allowed in the rules for a member to incite violence against another member? I mean, she said she wants to take it outside with.
Hey, I have the
Crockett.
First Amendment right too.
And
young
so
man. I have the
I'd like
First
those
Amendment
words
right.
to be
I'm not
taken
gonna be a
down.
child.
I
I'm
am
not gonna
moving
be
to have
called a
those
child
words
by
taken
any
down.
of you.
I believe it's against the rules. To
Going
incite
outside doesn't
violence
incite
against
violence.
another
You have a
member of
conversation
Congress.
that isn't.
The committee will
interrupting this
suspend,
committee.
the member will state the words he wishes taken down.
Where she said that we can take it outside, which is direct violation against the rules, inciting violence against another member.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny, Johnson. So look, here goes the outcome of that. You guys down? Okay, here goes the outcome of that. I think they took the words down or something. Nancy Mace complained that Jasmine Crockett actually called her a child, which caused her to strike back, but she did not mean anything physically about taking anyone outside actually fighting. She wanted to go outside and have different words with her, have more words with her. And of course, Jasmine, because she's from the streets of Missouri, Texas. She saw that as fighting words. Folks, here we go. Here goes the truth, though. The truth is they're both a bunch of hypocrites. That's what the truth is. We got one side, we got Jasmine Crockett calling out Nancy Mace for using trans people in order to fill the coffers of her campaign. Yeah, that's what this is really about. It's not really about this conversation. What started this conversation? What started it was the fact that there was a bill, okay? The meeting intended to approve the rules of the House panel and introduce new members to send into chaos as Crockett charged that Mace's efforts to ban transgender women from using female facilities at the U.S. Capitol were aimed at raising money for her campaigns. So what passed in the House today was a bill that would not allow trans women to participate in women's sports. You have to participate in the sport that you were biologically born, the gender you were biologically born on your birth certificate. That's the sport you can. So Jazz was very upset about that because, as her Twitter handle goes, Jasmine for us means Jasmine's for trans people being able to play in these sports. And whether you think that that should happen or not, it's unlikely it'll pass the Senate. It's got to pass the Senate. So it's sort of like I understand you want to debate it, but at the end of the day, whether you believe in that or not, the point is this. I think it's a little rich that we got Jasmine Crockett telling another person they're a sellout, when Jasmine Crockett is surely, purely a sellout herself. Nancy Mace may be filling the coffers of her campaign with this trans women are the boogeyman thing. I'm not even going to deny that. I don't have to deny it. As a black man, I got enough fights to wage just trying to fight for black people. But make this clear. I don't have to deny Nancy Mace is right or wrong or whatever. I don't have to support that at all, whatever she's on. In fact, I'll give you that. Yeah, she is probably trying to raise money off that topic, which is the same reason why a lot of y'all was supporting the Palestinian issues, so that you could raise money. That's been a raising money opportunity for you assholes. Same thing. Or you can say it's for moral reasons, you care about the kids. What about Congo? Where's your relentless coverage of Congo? Everybody coming out talking about Palestinians because for them, they need to raise money in our corrupt system to be able to campaign. And 9 times out of 10, the campaign with the most money wins. That's how bad Kamala was. That's how bad Hillary was. Typically, whoever has the more money to spend wins. That's how you know Kamala sucked. It ain't take rocket science. History shows whoever has the most money usually wins. That's the 3rd time he's saying it. For some reason, it doesn't land with the goofies. So anyway, back to Nancy Mace. Nancy Mace could be a horrible individual. In fact, I do think she's a horrible individual. Not a fan of Nancy Mace. Also not a fan of Michael Eric Dyson either. Dr. Dyson's. I'm tired of these boule blacks that throw black people under the bus and do things for their own self-serving interest. But here goes Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett can't call anybody out for anything because she is using black people the same way that Nancy Mace is using trans people. To me, Jasmine Crockett don't give a shit about black people. She care about Jasmine Crockett. Here goes Jasmine Crockett conflating trans issues to black Americans.
Let me tell you something. Y'all need to find. Let me tell you something. Y'all need.
I need to ask. No, let me tell you something. Cut your weave, or tie it up, or something. Shit looks horrible. And you doing this all the time, all the damn time, it's sickening. It's asinine. And we're tired of seeing it. As you were.
Let me tell you something. Y'all need to find some people that actually care about their constituents. And honestly, whenever y'all are ready to work, we on this side of the aisle have always been ready to do what is right by the American people. Instead, what you can continue to do is go after the most vulnerable in our country. The fact that you just sat up there and somehow figured out how to tie trans folk to your argument makes no sense to me. But let me tell you something. Trans people ain't going nowhere. Just like when the racists wanted to make sure that black people somehow were going to be dismissed in this country. We ain't left either.
I wish some of us would leave. Starting with you. Yeah, starting with the race hustlers, the people peddling this nonsense, and people that want to conflate blackness and the struggle of blackness to the struggles of all other groups. I'm really tired of it. A lot of us are. So Jasmine Crockett's whole thing is the trans people are going through stuff, and that's just like the stuff that black people gone through. These racist Republicans keep putting us through this stuff. So you don't have to choose either side. I'm saying too many people feel like they got to choose a side. Nah, I dislike both of these people. I happen to dislike Jasmine Crockett more because how many black people are fooled by Nancy Mace? Find me somebody. Maybe Byron Donald, but he ain't fooled. He just going with what's most convenient for his side. I mean, Nancy Mace is not a threat to black people because no one's dumb enough to follow Nancy Mace. Unfortunately, I can't say the same thing about Jasmine Crockett. Some people feel empowered by seeing a black woman act a certain way in public that they would lose their jobs if they did that shit down at wherever they were. And they still don't see it as an act. So look, I am not a child. Nancy Mace says, I'm not a child. Don't call me a child. I'm 47 years old. Jasmine Crockett, by the way, is 43. No spring chicken either. But you would think she was 26. I will not be belittled. I will not back down. And I will hold the line. I don't care how offended Jasmine Crockett is by my words. Hey, they're both playing the same game. Jasmine Crockett wants to score points with the media. She wants to be a household name. It really helps her. I mean, damn it, guys. The only reason why she's in office is that she was chosen by the whites. By the whites and the Democratic elites. And that Sam Bankman-Fried, who's in jail for the next 30 years or so for his cryptocurrency and robbery and scams, gave her millions of dollars to run a race in a district she didn't live in or wasn't from. That's the reason why you know who Jasmine Crockett is. So she got to do everything she can to make money. She got to do whatever she can to broaden her name because she might not have the same type of deep pockets at her beck and call this time. But Nancy Mace, the same thing. She sees an opportunity to get her name in lights. What other indication do people really need to have to recognize that this is all bullshit? When will you see you being gaslit? What does it require? Man, this ain't nothing but The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. This ain't nothing but the twins. I forget the wrestling teams. But the dark side versus the other side. I mean, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Randy Savage. I mean, this is a cage match. This is WWE, baby. That's all it is. Of course, yeah, somebody could get hurt, but they ain't gonna get really hurt. It's choreographed. It's stunts. And it benefits both of them. If you get emotionally attached to this, you get emotionally connected, emotionally outraged about this, then you are losing your mind. You have lost the thread. You need to go ahead and take that to the seamstress, have them do the sewing for you, because you done lost the thread, baby. Your station is out of order. So I say all this to say, guys. I say all this to say, there is no reason why anybody should feel obligated. Now, it's sad to see people that I think are pretty smart, like defend Nancy Mace. Nancy Mace is a horrible individual. I believe she is. She's an opportunist, which you can throw a stick or throw a rock and hit a politician that's an opportunist. But so is Jasmine Crockett. So either side of this is bad. Jasmine Crockett called her out, and she wanted to pretend Nancy Mace jumped up. So what? Nobody want to meet anybody outside to do anything except pick up a check. Because that's what they really on. All right, let's go to the next thing, guys. Give it up for that. Okay, guys, my last topic for tonight is gonna be a doozy. Hit the like button for us, guys. I'm not done. I still want to piss you off. I still want my naysayers, not you. You with me. We good. I still want the person that thought he was turning into a show that was sort of like I don't know. That Clay guy, what's his name? Clay something? I forget his name. You know, I'm really busy. Maybe you thought you were tuning in an Angela Rye show or Tiffany Cross. Mark Lamont here. I see you thought, no, this is not Mark Lamont here. You see me wearing a hat, don't you? I'm not wearing a t-shirt. I'm a grown-ass man. No fro. No, this is not irony. So I just want to make sure you know that. I'm going to make sure you know it in the next segment. Irony, you enjoy beyond enjoy. Oh, my God. You win some, you lose some. Okay, folks. Word on the street is Mark Zuckerberg made an announcement that he is ending the DEI programs at Facebook. Yeah, it's over for that. There will be no more DEI programs at Facebook. What does that mean exactly, Tim Black? I don't understand, but I've been ashamed or afraid to ask because I didn't want to look dumb. No problem, my friend. Let me break it down to you. Diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives are designed to what? Recruit, maintain a workforce that affects a wide range of backgrounds, including but limited to race, gender, ethnicity, age, religion, disability, sexual orientation. Yeah. There you go. Out of order. You hit that? So that's the diversity part. I'm sorry. We got two other parts to go. So the diversity is a long list of things. You understand what I'm saying? It's important. This is going to be later. It's going to be a test later. Mark Zuckerberg says he's ending his diversity, equity, and inclusion. Diversity and equity and inclusion. The diversity part includes all subsections: age, disability, ethnicity, gender, race, religion, orientation. Okay? Then we have the equity part. Include fair treatment, access, opportunity, and advancement for all people, including addressing systemic obstacles for all of the above mentioned. Inclusion. Create an environment where all employees feel valued. You all feel valued. Respected and supported, which involves cultural changes in the office. Get it? Okay. Once again, I saw a lot of people talking about this. They're pissed off at Mark Zuckerberg. Particularly, I saw some black people pissed off. Oh my God, I'm angry. Mark Zuckerberg is taking away DEI. Stop listening to Democrats. Yeah, you. Stop listening to them. Stop believing that they're being honest with you. I mean, seriously, do yourself a favor. If when you find out that Mark Zuckerberg made this statement, or if this is your first time hearing it, and your initial response was you were upset, you need to be glued into what I'm talking about right now. Real talk. Somebody got to help you out. Somebody got to inform you. I'm going to take that responsibility right now. It's my job to educate you about why this ain't no big deal. I don't give a shit what Roland Martin says. I don't give a damn what Joy Reid says. I don't much care what Karen Hunter says or none of the rest of them. You understand what I'm saying? You get where I'm coming from? Let me explain to you why. It's not because Trump my daddy. Trump's my daddy. I love Trump. It's not because of no shit. They got anything to do with Trump. It's because, folks, I asked a very simple question. Is there data that explains how DEI programs have impacted groups? Yeah, so if we upset about something going away, first you got to prove to me that it was helping my ass. So that's the thing about you people. You got to understand, the Democrats love to start stuff. They love to do things, get a little further in the hat. How much was it helping black people? I bullshit down to that. Hey, Afro Elite, my brother, young brother out there. Shout out to you and Dwan. Dwan B and Afro Elite. Shout out to y'all. Whenever I'm looking at something, I'm always boiling it down to how it affects black America. How does this affect us? To my white people that watch the show, people that rock with me like Buck, Rob, Black Mamba, the others, May, many of you. Before you jump out the gym and say, what's wrong with Tim? If you support black Americans because you support me, the question I'm saying is, how much do you think the DEI programs help black Americans? Don't think they do just because it says DEI. You falling for the trick. You falling for the banana in the tailpipe, folks. Listen. I hear this issue framed as a boom for black Americans, but its implementation, DEI sought to empower, recruit, and maintain a workforce that reflects a wide range of backgrounds, including but not limited to race, gender, ethnicity, age, religion, disability, sexual orientation. Do we have any hard numbers that would point to how DEI and Facebook specifically created some opportunities for black Americans? And then I got real down and dirty with these large language models. I said, not dark-skinned people. Not people from Sudan or Nigeria, or even India. I said black Americans. How much has DEI programs in Facebook helped black Americans? Got any numbers? Here goes the response. While there is data on the overall impact of DEI programs in the workplace, it can be challenging to find specific data, particularly on how DEI programs at Facebook may have impacted the hiring and advancement of Black Americans, specifically as opposed to other underrepresented groups. So here's my thing. First of all, DEI is supposed to help a lot of people. Everybody except Black men. I'm sorry. DEI is supposed to help everybody except white guys. If you had to guess, if you have been in America for more than 2 minutes, if you've been a smart person or a person of reasonable intelligence, if you know anything about the history of America, if Black people are up against anybody else, how much you want to bet when the money got counted at the end of the day, we got the least amount? Get what I'm saying? Like, disabled people can be white too, right? Can they be white men too? You're not following me, man. It says religion. Jewish people can be white too, right? Or look white, right? You understand what I'm saying? DI don't mean black, fool. That's just some shit Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson and Pat Bet David and these other goofies float. You brought into it. That's bullshit. DI helps Black people less than everybody else. And I do mean everybody else. From Eskimos, Native Americans, Chinese, Japanese, Jewish people, gay people, and trans people of all colors except Black, because Black come first. We'll talk about that more later. All other groups benefit from DEI more than we do. And I got a bunch of Black people leading the way, crying in they damn chicken wings with mambo sauce over the idea it might be going away. You ain't getting nothing anyway. As usual, you just the fall guy for the shit. You're not getting anything for it. You're not really benefiting from it. All these other groups are eating off of you. And you allow it, and you get behind it. And that, my friend, is the game. That's the game the Democrats have been running. I even tell Mrs. Black, I say, baby, you got to understand my hatred for the Republicans and for the Democrats, but mostly for the Democrats, is a very nuanced hatred. It's because I know these things. It's not just because of Kamala. She one person. Hopefully she goes and walks into the mist, walks into the darkness, and we never see her again. But even if she doesn't, she one person. The strategies that are employed by the Democrats are so devious. They got Black people believing that things like DEI and affirmative action help Black people. When they don't, they help other groups way more than Black people. Once again, I told you, the diversity that they're talking about, you think just Black and white. That's goofy. There's Indians and Chinese and Natives and Asians. There are all types of people, all ethnicities and races that got their own subgroups. So when you break it down, if there are 15 subgroups in diversity, man, y'all not listening to me, man. Are y'all listening to me, man? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? If there are 15 groups in diversity, where do you think we come up on that? What do you think the outcome is? Who do you think they choosing over a white guy with a bad arm in my Black ass? He fits a column, I fit a column. What about a gay white dude? What if got a gay white woman? Or a lesbian white woman? What about a double, like a Black woman? You get it? See, I got Roland Martin, this whole panel, losing their shit, gaslighting everybody, trying to rile people up like Jasmine Crockett. No wonder why they like bringing her on the show. Shame on you commentators that don't call it straight, the ones that know better. And shame on you Black false leaders, Black false influencers who are in the political sphere who never talk real shit like this. We know who you are. All that oratory skill. and using it for nothing. Using it to carry the water for the elites. Back to my point here. I wrote this. This is what I wrote. Based on my research, I see not enough bang for the buck for Black Americans. I do not see enough bang for my buck in the benefits Black Americans receive for the continuation of DEI to become a rallying cry for Black Americans, particularly when an oversized amount of the pushback for such measures tends to be aimed at Black Americans. This, to me, is affirmative action all over again. This is how this works, guys. Listen, this is how it works. This is the kicker in the ass. To my young brother over there, what's his name? A Black conservative perspective. Brother, you need to tune in and learn something. To my brother over there, what's his name? Amazing Lucas. All these people, I'm just seeing these people talk. Listen, y'all close, but y'all not there. You're just conservative, but you ain't really in it. You want to be a conservative, but you got to dig further. Dig past the party bullshit. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Not only do the Democrats pretend that diversity, equity, and inclusion is a boom for Black people, so Black people need to ride for it, the gaslight Black people into thinking that this is something they're losing out on, they're losing an opportunity. Well, that ain't the case. Really. And then they turn around and they allow all the people that are upset, particularly white guys, to be mad at us about a program we benefit the least from. You think that is accidental? I don't believe in accidents. So they turn conservative white men who the programs directly say, don't hire white guys, hire these guys. They ain't talking about Black guys. They talking about all these other people. All these other people. So we end up getting all the blame. Black America gets all the blame. There's always wanting a handout. Always trying to ask for something. When it's new arrival immigrants, when it's disabled people that look just like them, or people with different orientations that look just like them, and people who have different religions that look somewhat like them, all those people are in line. Look, how many jobs were the white guy going to get that can be broken into 10 other jobs for 10 other groups? I'm just saying, you got one job and you got to be diverse, right? So you got all these other boxes you need to fill with all these other people who are part of these other groups that are being created by the Democratic Party. How many they got to go before they get to give it a Black person a job, particularly a Black man? How far they got to go? They got to go down the whole line. It's somewhere that gets a Black guy. Then they got to go all the way back up the line again, back around, and come back down the whole line to get you another Black guy, just for one white man job. Do you get it? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Are you understanding? I'm on your side, baby. I'm down, man, for Black people getting ahead. This ain't the way. This is just us being used to help other people get ahead. I don't like being used. So look, I asked a couple large language models, more than one, regarding Facebook data, specifically Facebook Meta. They historically did not release detailed demographic breakdowns that would allow us to isolate the impact of Black Americans versus other groups you mentioned. The public diversity reports typically use broader categories. But overall, Black representation increased from 3.9 in 2019 to 5.4 in 2023. And that's not factoring in, they call everybody Black. People that came over from Nigeria, Kamala Harris. I mean, didn't they just finish running the program? The whole thing was, she Black? Obama's black with a white mom, never been with his African dad, somehow he's black. Like everybody get to be called black. Fat Joe want to be called black, and he look like an overweight Asian woman. It don't stop. You get what I'm saying? This is some BS. Folks, stop expending your political capital. Stop expending energy on this bullshit. Stop being gaslit by Democrats. Stop falling for the neoliberal spin. Stop doing it. It's going away fine. Let it go away. Let it go away. Folks, if you move from 3.9 to 5.2, and it includes everybody who came over here the last couple years, last 10 years, since 2019, I mean, come on, man. That type of product, it disappears when you open the package. It got caught up on the package. You don't even see that. That rain's so small, you don't even see that coming. They do not differentiate between black Americans and black employees from other nations. Their technical roles show lower representation than non-technical roles. Especially if we talk about jobs that are technical or managerial. And we don't even want to get into like the stats about who's running the DEI programs ain't even black people. That's white women running the DEI programs. Last time I checked, it was like 4% of the DEI managers and implementers are black. And once again, that's not factoring in if it's black American or a black person, a person who looks black from another country. The more you know. So, look, I'm tired of the conversation about DEI being framed like somebody that stole our bike. The truth is, we didn't have a bike to begin with. You can't steal what we don't have. And I'm tired of us getting blamed like we trying to break into the hen house when they got all the chickens. Nah, the truth is the truth. Reality is reality. And it may be ugly, but it's a kick in the ass to make people take the blame and all the brunt and all the criticism for programs that they don't even benefit from. And what's worse is to have black people who know it. You think Jasmine Crockett don't know what I know? You really think Roland Martin doesn't know what I just gave you? One man, Tim Black, uncovered that. Do you really think these people with staff and researchers don't know what I know? Of course they know it. They just they refuse to share the info with you because it's part of the democratic experiment. It's part of their strategy to gaslight you and use your moral authority as a black American to lead the way for civil justice, social justice for us all. Ain't that right, Jasmine, for us? The question Jasmine Crockett needs to answer, who is us? That's the same question I could ask Roland Martin, Angela Rye, Charlemagne, who now finally figured it out. Dog, if you didn't have this shit figured out, you should have been quiet. Real talk. Tesla, get that boy the game. I'm sorry. Give that man the game. Or you just pretending not to know the game, just to, yeah, that's right. Tim, you know the deal. You know he knows. Look, DI goes away at Facebook, so what? How many Tim Blacks do they got at Facebook? A brother going, I'm here on studies. It's not the same thing as Tim Black from Prince George's County. Northwestern High School, Bladensburg High School. The Big Chair. Celebrity Hall. You got to be in D.C. here to know about it. It is what it is, guys. All I'm saying is this is a hustle. It's the Democratic Party hustle. So to white Americans, Stop being gaslit by this. You want to set your sights on somebody, you want to blame somebody, white guys. If black people were getting the DEI jobs, you probably wouldn't own 10 times the wealth of as we do. I mean, I know Trump says he loves the uneducated voter, but damn, think about it. All right, that's it, guys. My name is Tim Black. You know how to find me. We here. We'll be here. We're here. Go to TimAndTimBlackTV.com. Follow us there. I'm tired of people getting gaslit for nothing. These people say they're fighting for us, but they're not. They're fighting for themselves. They're fighting for a paycheck, for relevancy, for notoriety, for fame, and for the dollar bill. Oh, the dollar bill. And for favor, career advancement, longevity. I try to give you grace, but I got to get it real. And I'm going to continue to do it unapologetically. All right, guys, let's go to comment section. Who's in the house, baby? Yep, it's all good. Thank you. Somebody said, I don't think anybody watches Charlamagne. To my people out here, to my real supporters that know what time it is, do me a favor, share this content with a friend. Let them know about the Tim Black Show. Put it down for us, fam. Represent. Let me know that all this information ain't going to waste, that you got it, that you're picking it up. That means the world to me. I need to know that this matters because I think it's important. Thank you, Trust No Party. I appreciate you. And as always, guys, at the end of the day, indifference, what is this? The Revelator says, the freeze frame of the expressions of Biden and Harris faces show their lack of class, the sheer arrogance. Yep. Kamala like she did something. Man, she didn't get... Kamala's still upset that she's not president or won't be president. Kamala should have been happy that she was vice president. She should be giving Biden sponge baths until his dying day, wearing a cat suit, because her being a vice president is definitely punching above her waist. Her being a vice president was punching above her weight class. Yeah, I said it. All right. I got nothing but love for you. Like I always say, don't let nobody take you. Don't let anybody take your cornbread. Don't do it. Don't let them take it. I didn't even use my buzzer tonight. I did not use my buzzer tonight. What's up now? That's a bad visual, Malcolm X. It is. Cat Negrita, thank you, Cat Negrita. I was expecting more of y'all to be like, yo, what's up? Toby, it's gross. True. Yeah. You're right, it was gross. Hey, look, man, it just came to mind. I can't, no filter, baby. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have no filter, man. That's why I think tonight's show was special, because no filter. So it is what it is. And hey, that's an act of love. Oh, that's right, the catsuit part. It's a joke. She ain't gonna do that. She left that over Willie Brown's house. She retired her catsuits. She left him with Willie Brown. Man, I'm bad, y'all. All right, I'm going up. Thank you for supporting the show, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Now, as I always end my shows, I will continue to do this because I'm a very lucky man. I'm a fortunate brother. I'm blessed. I got to end it by saying, where my ladies at?